Well, joining us now is Gloria James, the mother of LeBron James and the VP of the LeBron James Family Foundation. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been about a decade since the official launch of the I Promise program. 10 years worth of watching students grow up with the foundation. How does that feel?
It's kind of surreal. The time has gone by really fast. It's amazing. We're very happy for our students that's graduating, and it's a really, really happy time right now.
The I Promise students we spoke to talked about some of the challenges that they've had to overcome. Can you talk a little about how it was for you and LeBron here in Akron? What were some of the experiences and challenges that you both faced?
Okay, well, I'm a lifelong resident of Akron, Ohio. My mother was, my grandmother was, so it's generational. Unfortunately, LeBron and I were displaced when he was about 3 or 4 years old. And so we moved around a lot. We have to thank many friends and family in our community for the help that they gave us. I'm not sure if we would have made it if it weren't for the help that we received from our community. Once entering elementary school, it caused for him to miss a lot of days of school. Thank God he still, pushed on. We pushed on, and things got better, and he graduated.
What's that like as a mom, knowing that you had to face some of those challenges, but then seeing LeBron overcome that with the help of the community?
Well, as a mother, it was hard. It was saddening to see my son have to endure such challenges as far as his education. And we were raised and instilled that education is very, very important. And so it was pretty discouraging for me as a mother that I didn't have the stability for him to attend school regularly and get his education like other kids did who were more stable in their homes and in their families. Going back, it actually turned out to be a blessing because LeBron, as he matured and became an adult, and he always promised and said that if he could ever help other kids in the community and in Akron who had to experience those same challenges, that's one of the most important things he would like to do.
What's it like to see the foundation grow, especially looking at the very first class of I Promise students?
It's a blessing. It's again, it's surreal, but it's so awesome to see that his dream to help those actually came true. And with our foundation, we are blessed to have so many people in our community who want the same thing, who have the same dream for these kids. And it's just one big family, and everybody has come together to create the possibility for the kids to have and benefit from an education. There were skeptics in the beginning who really questioned whether we could start an elementary school and it be successful. And again, with the help of the community, the mayor, the superintendent, and business owners and corporations, it's huge. It's huge, and families and children are benefiting from it, not only from an education point, but also it's helped a lot of families at home with their struggles. Food, clothes, help with utilities, housing. We have an adult GED program for parents and grandparents who never received their GEDs. So it's amazing. It's definitely amazing.
How does LeBron relate to these kids, seeing them grow and be able to get through some of those tough challenges?
Well, because he actually had to endure some of those challenges, he relates to them very easily. It's from the heart. He puts himself in their place, considering his time as a child when he wasn't able to have the stability as far as at home and in school. This is really big. This means a lot to him. It's really heartfelt, and he takes it personal. So, and he's a big kid. He's a big kid at heart. And when he sees those kids and able to visit those kids, I mean, it just does his heart so good. So good.
Talk a little about the foundation's goal to redefine what a community looks like. We've seen the foundation add transitional housing with the I Promise Village, giving people a safe space to stay, and also adding, low-cost housing, as well as a community center, House 330, for students and their families. What's the goal here?
We don't want to see any kids left out. We don't want to see any families left out. We want to see all the kids be able to prosper in their living situation, in their education situation. We want to see the parents and families of those children prosper in their living conditions, in their financial conditions, in their education condition. We just want to see we want to see as many kids graduate from high school and succeed as possible in our community. And our community has just been so huge. They play such a huge part. Everybody coming together and wanting the same thing. And it's so heartfelt. Another 10 years from now, we want to see our number of graduates triple or quadruple, and we believe they can. We believe we can see that in the future.
Of course, we know the road does not end here for these students. They've got quite a journey ahead of them. What advice do you have for those dealing with life's unexpected challenges? What would you tell them?
I believe in prayer first and foremost. So I ask that for others. Prayer for me is very important and has played a huge part in our recovery from the old days. So I hope that families have a lot of faith. I say to them, have faith. Also, don't be afraid to ask for help and seek help. In my case, I could say I was a little, I think even embarrassed a little, and I also had a lot of pride. Put your pride aside. Put your embarrassment down. Let it go. It's okay. There's so many others. You'd be surprised how many others, which we've seen through our program. There are a lot of others who are in your exact same situation or even worse. But ask for help. Go to your community and seek it, and don't give up. Just don't give up. And if you're here in Akron or Northeast Ohio, we definitely are here to help you if we know you need the help.
Thank you so much, Gloria, for taking the time to talk to us. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Amani, for your time and your interest, and we really appreciate it, and it's been my pleasure.